So let's solve the differentiation of inverse function. Okay. So what is this differentiation of inverse function? So normally we have a y is equal to f prime of x. Okay. So therefore we will have a value equal to dy over dx, wherein we have d of x with respect to dx. Okay, this is our normal differentiation. Pero paano pag i-apply natin yung tinatawag natin inverse function differentiation? So let's say I have a value of x, okay, a variable x, wherein it is equal to a function, let's say g of y. Okay, as you can see, x is the output variable for y, and then yung y mo yung magiging input variable. So in this situation, if we would want to get the value of our dy over dx, we would of course first differentiate our x and gy, tama? So we have the derivative of x with respect to our dy, which is equal to the derivative of g of y all over dy, which is equal to dx over dy. In this case, makikita nyo yung dx natin is your numerator, right? So how would we perform or see that your dy over dx as the derivative, which must be equal to the derivative of dx over dy as its inverse function. Okay, so if we further manipulate this dy over dx, you can see that it is equal to 1 all over dx over dy, right? So from this, we may say that the inverse function rule works at your dy over dx is equal to 1 over dx over di if and only if our variable x is dependent to y. So therefore we may have our dy over dx, which is equal to our 1 over dx over dy. Okay, so this is our inverse function rule. So let's say that we have an example which is equal to x equals, let's have our y cube minus 4y squared. So as you can see that our f of x, or our x I should say, is the output variable for y. Bakit? Kasi yung x mo, siya yung magiging dependent variable. Dependent siya sa kahit anong input ng y. Okay, so if you would differentiate our x with respect to y, so we'll have a value equal to dx over dy. Since our x is dependent with y, we have f of y with respect to d of y. So getting the derivative of this one, we'll have a value equal to 3y squared minus 8y. Okay, minus 8y, which is equal to our dx over dy. So using our inverse function rule, we can probably get the value of our dy over dx, which is equal to 1 over dx over dy. Since in this scenario, I have manipulated that equation and differentiated it into 3y over 3y squared minus 8y, which is equal to our dx over dy. So therefore, I would substitute this value to our dx over dy. So we'll have dy over dx therefore is equal to 1 over 3y squared minus 8y, which is equal to our dy over dx. Okay? Okay, let's have our example number 1. So let's have x is equal to y plus y squared plus y cubed. So directly, pag differentiate ko to, dx with respect to dy, I will have a value equal to, the derivative of y is 1, the derivative of y squared is equal to 2y, diba? Plus the derivative of y cubed is equal to 3y squared. Note, ang ginamit ko dito is our power rule wherein nu raised to n minus 1 du over dx. But since yung kung natin yan, inverse product rule, so we have favoritan ko yung dx ng dy, right? Which is equal to our dx over dy. Ayan. So from this we have our dx over dy. So therefore I may solve for my dy over dx, wherein dy over dx is equal to 1 over dx over dy, which is equal to, it is equal to 1 over 1 plus 2y plus 3y squared. Okay, so that is our dy over dx. Example number 2, we have x is equal to square root of y plus cube root of y. So let's perform dx over dy, wherein we'll have the derivative of our square root of y plus the derivative of our cube root of y with respect to our dy. So from here, we'll have a value equal to 1 half multiplied by y raised to 1 minus 1 half. 1 half minus 1 is negative 1 half multiplied by the derivative of y with respect to dy plus 1/3 multiplied by y raised to 1/3 minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of y with respect to y. So therefore we'll have 1 half multiplied by y raised to negative 1 half multiplied by 1 plus 1/3 multiplied by y raised to negative 2/3 multiplied by 1, in which we'll have a value equal to 1 half multiplied by 1 over square root of y plus 1/3 all over cube root of y squared. Okay, but note that this is your dx over dy. Pero sana wag muna nating ayun, sorry. So let's have our example number 2, wherein we have example number 2, we have x is equal to square root of y plus cube root of y. Ayan. So we have y raised to 1 half plus y raised to 1/3. Pag kinuha natin yung dx over dx with respect to dy, will have 1 half multiplied by y raised to 1 half minus 1 dy over dy plus 1/3 multiplied by y raised to 1/3 minus 1 multiplied by dy over dy. Okay, so from here we'll have a value of 1 half multiplied by 1 all over y 1 half. Okay, kasi magiging negative 1 half lang yan, multiplied by the derivative of y is equal to 1 with respect to y, kaya 1 yan. Pero pag with respect to x, y prime. Okay, but since with respect to y, so 1 yan, multiplied by 1/3 multiplied by 1 all over y raised to 1/3 minus 1, which is 1/3 minus 3/3 is 2/3 multiplied by our dy over dy is 1. So by further manipulation of this equation, so kukunin natin is I-add natin siya. So we have 6y raised to, ang gagawin nyo, i-add natin yung exponent nila since a plus a raised to m plus n tayo, di ba? So from here, we'll have a value equal to 1/2 plus 2/3. So ang GCF natin will be 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3 plus 6 divided by 6 divided by 3 is 2 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 4. So therefore we'll have a value of 7/6. So y raised to 7/6. So 6y raised to 7/6 divided by 2y raised to 1/2 will have a value of 3y raised to 2/3 plus 1/3 6y raised to 7/6 divided by 1/3 divided by 3 raised to y raised to 2/3 will have a value equal to 2y raised to 1/2. Okay, so that is our dx over dy. Yan, pag kinuha natin yung kanyang dy over dx, so therefore dy over dx is equal to 1 over dx over dy, which is equal to 3y raised to 2/3 plus 2y raised to 1/2 divided by 6y raised to 7/6. So inversion, no? Kaya ganyan dapat yan, sorry. So therefore we'll have a value equal to 6. So ito yung 1 natin, no? So therefore we have 6y raised to 7/6 divided by 3 y raised to 2/3 plus 2y raised to 1/2. This is our dy over dx. Okay, example 3. Okay, so we have x is equal to 4 minus 3y raised to 3/2. So we have dx over di is equal to the derivative of 4 minus 3y raised to 3/2 with respect to dy, in which we have 3/2 multiplied by the derivative of multiplied by 4 minus 3y raised to 3/2 minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of 4 minus 3y with respect to dy. So we'll have a value equal to 3/2 multiplied by 3/2 minus 2 over 2 is 1/2. 4 minus 3y raised to 1/2 multiplied by 4 minus 3y is the derivative of 4 minus 3y is derivative of 4 is 0, and the derivative of negative 3y is negative 3. So from this we'll have a value of negative 9 over 2 multiplied by 4 minus 3y raised to 1/2. Okay, so from this we have our dx over dy. So therefore pag kinuha natin yung dy over dx nya, so dy over dx will have a value of 1 all over dx over dy, which is equal to 1 all over negative 9/2 multiplied by square root of 4 minus 3y. Okay, so from this we will have a value equal to negative 2 over 9 square root of 4 minus 3y, which is equal to dy over dx. Okay, So that would be our answer. Di ba? Basta isipin mo lang pag nag-inverse function rule ka, para ka nag-normal differentiation, only that yung magiging output variable mo is yung x mo. And then yung input mo is yung y. Pabaliktarin mo lang yung kanila, yung position sila, but the process is still there. And then after that, pag kinuha mo yung inverse function nilang dalawa, so kukunin mo lang yung inverse, so i-divide mo lang ng 1 all over dy over dx, dx over dy, para magkaroon ka ng value ng dy over dx. Okay? Example 4. Let's have x equals 2 multiplied by 4y plus 1 raised to 3. So dx over dy is equal to 2 multiplied by the derivative of our 4y plus 1 raised to 3 with respect to dy. So therefore we'll have 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4y plus 1 raised to 3 minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of 4y plus 1 with respect to dy. So we'll have a value of 6 multiplied by 4y plus 1 squared multiplied by the derivative of 4y is 4. Okay? Which is equal to 24 multiplied by 4y plus 1 squared, which is equal to dx over dy. So wherein we have 1 over dx over dy is equal to our dy over dx, which is equal to 1 over 24 multiplied by 4y plus 1 squared. Okay. That is our derivative or our inverse derivative. So as I have said, yung process lang namin parang normal differentiation lang, di ba? Dx over dy. Pagkatapos ng dx over dy natin, nakakuha tayo ng value ng ating x prime. Ang tawag dito x prime, no? Okay? Pag nakakuha ka ng value ng yung x prime, so therefore we'll have, note that your x prime is equal to 1 over y prime. Okay? So from this, that is our inverse function rule. So therefore dx over dy is equal to 24 multiplied by 4y plus 1 squared. Okay? So after that, we will get the value, which is pag kinuha mo yan, y prime is equal to 1 over x prime. Okay? So ganoon lang yan. Example 5. Let's have x is equal to 6 divided by 3y plus 1 squared. Okay. So from this we'll have x is equal to 6 multiplied by 3y plus 1 raised to negative 2. So dx over dy we will have 6 multiplied by negative 2 multiplied by 3y plus 1 raised to negative 2 minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of our 3y plus 1 with respect to dy. So therefore we'll have negative 12 multiplied by 3y plus 1 raised to negative 3 multiplied by the derivative of 3y plus 1 is 3. Okay. So from this we'll have a value equal to 3 multiplied by negative 12 is negative 36 multiplied by 1 all over 3y plus 1 raised to 3. Okay. So from this we'll have a value equal to our dy over dx, which is equal to 1 over dy over dx will have a value equal to 1 over negative 36 divided by dx over dy. So ito. Okay, so negative 36 divided by 3y plus 1 raised to 3, which is equal to 3y plus 1 raised to 3 divided by negative 36. Okay, so that would be our dy over dx. That is our example number 5. Example number 6. Let's have x is equal to square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y. Okay, so we have u will be equal to 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y, wherein n is equal to 1 half. So because it can be written as 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half. Okay, so from this we'll have 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of our n u raised to n minus 1 du over dx, diba? So in your u is equal to 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y with respect to dy. Okay, so the derivative of y, the derivative of 1 with respect to y is 0, and the derivative of y of square root of 1 plus square root of y will be equal to, so the derivative of square root of 1 plus square root of y with respect to dy, which is equal to the derivative of our 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half, which is equal to 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half minus 1, so multiplied by the derivative of 1 plus square root of y with respect to dy. Okay, so from this we'll have 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half minus 1 is negative 1 half multiplied by ito, so 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of y raised to 1 half minus 1 is negative 1 half multiplied by the derivative of 1 plus square root of y dy. Okay, this is equal. Okay, so from this we will have the derivative of 1 will be equal to 0, so therefore the derivative of square root of y over dy is equal to the derivative of y raised to 1 half with respect to dy, which is equal to 1 half multiplied by y raised to 1 half minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of our dy over dy. Okay, so we'll have a value equal to 1 half y raised to negative 1 half multiplied by 1. Okay, so therefore we'll have 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y raised to negative 1 half multiplied by 1 half multiplied by 1 plus square root of y raised to negative 1 half multiplied by 1 half multiplied by y raised to negative 1 half. Okay, from this we'll have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 1 over 8 multiplied by 1 all over square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y multiplied by 1 over square root of 1 plus square root of y multiplied by 1 over square root of y. Okay, so this will be our dx over dy. So pag kinuha natin yung dy over dx natin, we will have 1 all over dx over dy, which is equal to 8 multiplied by square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus square root of y multiplied by square root of 1 plus square root of y multiplied by square root of y, which is equal to our dy over dx. Okay, so yan.